Okay, thinking a bomb plant would be miraculous at this point even. Especially if they go toward the A site, which is where 3 of the 4 players for Cloud9 have put themselves in based on Stewie being inside of Banana, having the control of it. Nothing therefore can watch off toward the archway. Certainly anticipating the arrival of SK soon.
Oh no, it's happening. SK Gaming with just Glocks and P250, they're making these kills happen again and again. Another Glock headshot, Shroud goes down with nothing. Now it's a 3-on-2, they've recovered some weaponry as well. MP7 and MP9, but nothing fighting back, should be able to recover this.
Needs to hold on with the M4, they've yet to pick up a rifle inside of the side. It's still further that has the MP9. Getting closer to him. The crossbar of the head shows nothing's done very well. 3 kills for him in the round before he goes down to Cold, who's got into a one-on-one, but Stewie's not playing that game. Cloud9 get number 3.
Way too close.
Bomb plant does happen as well. We said that would be miraculous in itself. The round comes extremely close. So the bomb plant's going to put them in a position of power and the fact that they can buy anything they'd like.
Just about get away with it. Comes down to the 1v1 with Cold down. And after his previous performances, you think he probably wins that, but that's 1 P250, 4 Glocks. No utility. Bring it down to the 1v1, the bomb planted as well. I didn't think they'd even get 1 frag in that round, but SK Gaming sending out a clear message to Cloud9. They've got to stay on their toes here. Orbs coming out for the first time, falling on the T side. Don't usually see it come out this early, but wants to challenge Skadoodle. Looking towards top and middle for now. Hoping to find the first engagement. Bit of a gap in that smoke from the CT side. But it does allow Skadoodle to get a bit closer and try and find the first pick. Shot being fired off. He suspects a player could be towards Logs. Not yet. Boosted up on the wall. If he can get established in this position as well, his teammate Stewie can fall back and leave him in this position. Certainly viable, means they strengthen the defense on the A side of the map.
This won't deter Skadoodle's position whatsoever. Still down, so Fur can't enter. Timed it well. The flash landed just as the smoke dissolves, which means Fur is about as quick as he could be in getting the position at Atrium. So Diggity, Apartments. It's going to be a fast push to try and overwhelm pit position. Automatic therefore on the balcony. Shroud's going to go underneath and allow them to have the lane. Therefore wants to play the crossfire off of nothing rather than off of Shroud, or excuse me, off of automatic. So positioning's key, but it's a wrap around to the arch instead. Nothing goes out. Good time flash, nearly sprays 2, but Fallen actually gets the shot of return. I think even did team damage onto Fur in doing so. They'll pick up the bomb and continue their way to the site. Shroud now has to anchor the position. Can't, but does bait automatic back in, who's worked down the hallway. They'll set a crossfire as well onto Taco, who gets much, much closer. He's down to 13 HP, but good find by Fallen. He went back the other direction to hold off top middle and caught the rotation from B quite quickly. Bomb planted. It's held by Taco and Fallen, who's got to get closer because the AWP won't work if it can't be inside of the site. All they have to do is hit Taco, hold the defuse, hold it, and Fallen knows it. He's going to have to give it up and bail away.
Great work there. Skadoodle very confident, I have to say. They got the information the remaining T players are both at quad, and with the poor plan there as well, so much pressure applied from automatic especially. I think he only gets 1 kill total, but he's just denying the default plan and making sure they're uncomfortable throughout. Fallen, great shots there with the AWP. Amazing work on Train, and seems to be continuing that form as we get into round number 6 here, but Cloud9 with a decent start now. Managing to negate the force buys just about, even the full eco came down to the 1v1s, but establishing themselves financially to be round number 6. Still, SK saving the AWP, can just about buy into this. 4 AKs, lacking utility, but we'll see what they can bring to the table here. Fallen towards top and middle, smoked out for now, fires off 1 shot. Takes a little bit of damage for it, but repositions towards the boiler room.
Side. Cloud9 needs to be unrelenting. Run on fumes by the end of this. Put everything they have on the line.
Well, map control picked up here by SK once again. Middle's open, that's absolutely fine. A lot of teams using this setup right now. 2 players in pit. One patrolling towards Arch. We saw the flashbangs being used by the CTs to get information on that side. It was fantastic. And nothing. He got 1 frag. Was hoping to get 2 or 3, but shut down with the full on AWP. Made it a very intense round. Good smoke at this point as well. The 45-second mark, deploying it there. Buys a bit more time and they can focus towards quad and apartments here.
Again, Cloud9 give up quite a bit at top middle. Similar setup. This time Shroud's not playing off of nothing because he's not backed off of Arch. He stayed within it. So he himself will anchor the wraparound. They'll try and push on quad instead. Shroud's positioning's key. He's gone back underneath, which concedes the site. They can actually wrap through. Taco as well is going to push out from apartments. They didn't have that last time. They didn't have that string to their bow, so automatic down means Shroud has to respond. Nothing saves him, and he steps up in the pit. Cloud9 find 5, and there's no access to the A site.
It seems like it's being shut down. Shroud finding some form now here on Inferno. He's looking very strong indeed in that pit position. Great teamwork, and that's what has set up so effective. You can negate attention from each other. The player on the bomb site, he shows it first, gets 1 kill, goes into hiding, and buys his teammates some time, and Shroud capitalizes that point as well, staying alive for so long, spraying 3 down in the end as well. And they're up 6, I beg your pardon, 5-1. SK will take a tactical timeout here.
If there's any position on a map you could name after Shroud, it's the pit on Inferno, and he shows why twice in a row.
Yeah. Very good plays.
In this play as well, he'd already lost automatic. Nothing's not in position. It's literally him versus 4 at this point. Thankfully, Nothing nails the shot inside of the site, and he reacts beautifully to hit the player jumping above him.
Wow. 5 rounds in a row for Cloud9 after losing the pistol as well. Looking very efficient on the CT side. Maybe this grand final has a few more twists and turns yet. Not a forced buy here from SK, but a partial buy, meaning get head armor, upgraded pistols. Fallen's gone for the AK-47. Trying to open up the map. They'll still have enough to buy into the next round, the maximum loss bonus, which is $3,400 per player. Round here for Cloud9. Double orb setup. Commonly used these days, most famously by G2, NES and Shoxin. Skadoodle fires the first shot off, but can't get anything done, but nothing certainly can. He's in the apartments this time, takes down Fur. Great way to kick things off. Nothing's really warmed up in the last couple of maps.
Getting aggressive as well, Taco walks into it. That's the time the shots Fallen has the last remaining AK-47. Goes back through Boiler to try and reclaim the territory by which his teammates were lost in. Real need for Nothing to peek it again, so I imagine they'll get much closer to the site before the next exchange.
Well, considering the situation, the partial buy, 5-on-3, you assume this round is done, but Fallen has been playing very well indeed. AK-47 in his hands, they fall back toward the B site. We already have Phelps ready and waiting for his teammate to join him. And Molotov is all that remains in terms of their utility. I guess they use it at first, oranges, or maybe towards CT spawn. And in they go.
Automatic finding Phelps. They had to try something at B eventually, see what the setup is over on the side of the map. It's a strong one. This Tim's gonna find Fallen. Can't react to the fact that Cole's gone through the smoke. Good headshot onto Stewie as well, but he still finds it. Cloud9 have something to cheer about for sure. 6-1 lead now.
It's looking good. No blunders made as of yet. That's the first shot from Nothing to bring it into a 5-on-3. Great work by him. He's been playing the Arch side and now the apartments as well. As we get to round number 8, SK already had to arrive since winning the pistol. Double orb set up. Stewie, of course, might look towards second middle here. Just use the opportunity to boost a teammate up. Grenades coming in, doing a lot of damage towards Skadoodle there, down to just 23 points of health. So he'll fall back. So they want to boost up here.
Second oranges means that they'll likely play very passive in both positions, both of the members in the site. Allow them in a little bit deeper. Apparently Skadoodle still wants to use the AWP to find the opener. Bomb heading back Banana as well. Skadoodle's absolutely still a factor even with the damage done.
Oh yes.
First player potential to jump across. Speaking of jumping, Automatics decided Orange's one's better. He wants to be more aggressive. They don't jump. Skadoodle hits the first one, flashes through. Automatic's able to dodge the flash, and he's done a heck of a lot of damage. Down goes 2 more. Skadoodle's low. Oh, they can't even find him with the spray. As he gets cold zero, that's his second, despite being so low early on from the nade strike. Bomb plant's all Fur can hope for. Versus 4, flash in, fully blind. Rotations coming in from Banana as well as the CT spawn. Where to hide now for already spotted. Shot comes in from Banana, realizes it. They walk in through CT. Nothing gets the kill. 7 rounds, Cloud9 in a row at that.
Yeah, it's looking fantastic, I have to say. Really good adjustment there. We saw the triple grenade towards the corner at the start, towards that banana area. It takes Skadoodle down to low HP. He knows he can't be aggressive anymore, has to change up the setup. He goes towards Coffins, his teammate Automatic as well. There, fighting with him. He's boosted up on first oranges. I like that adjustment, as you pointed out. The fact is, if Skadoodle hits the first shot, he can fall back and take all the aggro away. They're going to be so focused trying to shut down the AWPer. It lines up for Automatic. Gets 2 big frags, stays alive as well. Fer gets the bomb down, so he keeps the dream alive in terms of the buys keep coming in. They can buy 5 AKs with the $3,400 with 800 on top of the bomb plant, but still not looking too great on the T side. But Cloud9, they're looking phenomenal.
He actually hit him through the wall, Skadoodle.
Did.
Stewie is therefore easily able to take him down. This is going to give them control of Banana. Now, what's the call on it? Because they might anticipate that Stewie has pushed. We would have seen him going by after he got the kill. They can't exactly abandon him. Skadoodle thinks of it, but Automatic still holding on to the archway with the advantage. In fact, so they need to overcommit. They don't know that he's there. I would have thought they would have at least considered the angle as Stewie pops out to catch Fallen off.
Nice change of pace here, but coldzera looking to fight back, goes through the smoke, gives up the bomb. That looked like it was almost for free. He had to make something happen, but now that should be round over. 4-on-2, Taco and Fer desperately trying to recover this situation. That's a decent start, though. Taco brings it into at least a realistic situation now.
Look at Stewie. Not only does he read that Taco is going to push in behind the smoke and changes his angle, he's pushed all the way down to wrap around. Skadoodle's got bottom of Banana covered off, so the bomb's dropped and they're about to get pinched without even knowing it. We'll have no idea that they're this close. Stewie finds one, doesn't go for any more. And as Taco looks back that direction, he'll have no clue. Skadoodle is in the stairwell. Really good setup from Cloud9.
This is lovely. Dynamic Counter-Strike at its best right now. They've been very slow, very passive so far on the CT side. Having those setups on the A-bomb side, not giving up mid-control completely. This time they change it up. Shooting down, the wallbang comes in for Skadoodle, then Stewie pushing down, finding frags. And like you said, coming through C-Sport as well, managing to pincer them in just as it looked like they might get back into the round. Shutting it down across the board. Now we're starting to see Cloud9 that is worthy of this grand final, managing to run away with this first half. They can pick up this map. SK Gaming might be in for a rough series here. It looked like the 3-0 was actually very promising, but not so much an Inferno so far. I think at this point as well, the bomb has not gone down, so they will have to take an eco, have another partial buy, presumably. It can be dangerous in these rounds, but what's the final buy? Scouts, Tech9, CZs. Desert Eagle for Taco as well. They have 1 smoke and a Molotov to work with. Quick look at the scoreboard while we're here as well. 2 for 8 for Phelps, and at the top is coldzera. No one really running away in terms of performance on the T side. Automatic, though, 11 kills. Stewie not far behind, along with nothing.
Scout for Fallen as Taco's already inside of the apartments. He's watching Boiler to make sure it's clear before Taco walks into anything unexpected. Bomb is intentionally dropped down toward T-spawn. Phelps will gather that now as they get closer to the A site, but another good setup. Interestingly, this time Shroud's actually the one to watch the arch as Automatic and Nothing will play off toward the pit. Automatic's gonna get flashed control. Just feeling careful. Taco wasn't quite in the hallway. Goes back, does damage. Fer's able to find Automatic. Walking back out, retreating off that position, so they give up a little bit by not having any vision on quad as well from Nothing. He now sits underneath in the pit by himself. Territory, that'll work! That'll work indeed. The flash is through, no ammo, but they know where Fallen is and they strike. They're not sitting back, Cloud9. They're taking fights.
Absolutely are. That was great work. It was a partial buy from SK, but every round counts at this point. Cloud9 are battling back here in this best of 5. Money's fantastic for them. We have 10K for Stewie, and same story for Skadoodle as well. So money for days, a few rounds in the bag in that respect. Number 11 here. Since winning the pistol, SK Gaming have lost 9 rounds in a row here. They still can pull it back to a 9-6, so just remember that. Certainly isn't a job done yet from Cloud9, but it's looking very promising, I have to say. Great change up of pace. Different setups being deployed as well. Moving that AWP around. Going to number 11 here. The AWP this time, of course, towards Banana. Joined by Stewie this time with the AK-47. That's his bread and butter. Wants to try and get aggressive and try and opening duels coming his way.
Start for Fer to find Automatic. Pushes down and gets caught off. Nothing will burrow his way back in the site. They have to play more passively, and again, SK is going to try and take A. no success in the half. Shroud spots and realizes, but they know now that he's there as well. Zop's gonna try and push him out. He sprays into the smoke. He's gotta be careful. Down to 16 bullets remaining. 16 bullets isn't enough for at least Cold Zero, but no time for the reload. He's gonna get nothing closer. Good pop back out for Shroud. 2 bullets, but it won't be enough. 2 kills, sure, but it gives up the sight for Fur to get a plant down for SK, and they've got AKs to work with. Good fight back through, though, as Stewie pushes the smoke as only Stewie does. Phelps has had enough. And now it's Skadoodle, AWP. Inside of it with a Tech 9. Already pre-scoped in and found. Good crossfire held for SK.
Game so far, Shroud almost was the savior for Cloud9 once again. In the pit position once more. Manages to take down Cold Zero, and like you said, 2 bullets. He knew it as well. He tried to take a calculated risk and get 2 shots into the head there to find the first frag. Couldn't quite find that, but still not out of the woods just yet. Sure, SK post around, but this is heavy reset potential here. Another close round. Cloud9 money for days, and Banana is where we go once again. Molotov's doing a lot of damage here at the start.
Tripped over each other and took a lot of damage. Flash timing. I thought the shot might come through. It might fall and just fire into it, but Phelps does well. And they win it out. He's cleared B, so they're going to go fast. Smoke already down on CT. Bombs back toward T-spawn, however. And the push up from nothing. The fact that they have Banana on the site has no consequence if nothing can find the kill. And he's positioned so well. This is it. Bomb down. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. The rotation has to come back around from Fur to find Shroud. He's done that at the very least, but they have to retreat from the position inside of the site and reclaim the territory later, so it doesn't even matter they got it.
It's up to nothing now. That bomb goes down, that's a lifeline, but the smoke, that does not help the situation whatsoever. Hoping that a terrorist rotates to its crosshair here. This should be recovered at this point for SK. We can see a player coming all the way through second middle potentially here as well. That's going to be Fur. Plenty of time to work with. Wants to see if he can get that kill first before they try and make their next move. They've picked up the bomb as well. Now it's up to Skadoodle. We do have a smoke with CT spawn, so SK is still looking pretty healthy in this situation. Bomb not making its final commitment just yet. They're waiting to see if Fur can get this kill. Looks like he certainly can, just about. Down to 17 points of health. It was a great play by Nothing, but eventually SK just too calm and managed to flush him out. And we go into the 3 versus 1. It looks like Skadoodle just backs out of this round, wants to save the AWP.
The interesting thing is, yeah, even though they had the 9 rounds in a row, they lose 1, and following on the second, they're going to be very low on income, so it's been closely fought as Skadoodle saves the AWP, but SK is going to find round number 3 and a little bit of momentum. They're still fighting the economy themselves, however.
Yeah.
But this certainly helps.
It was a great play from Nothing, but not quite enough, I'm afraid. Skadoodle 6 and 5 right now. Can't do anything about that. That's the correct decision to make as well. He got smoked out of Banana. He knows once that bomb goes down, it's going to be too difficult. That triangle setup will be deployed by SK Gaming. He might get 1 kill. There's no way he's going to be defusing the bomb. So saves the money. He's still got 3K. He can drop an M4 for sure next round. Save his AWP. And they'll still be able to buy around this. It won't be the most amazing buy, but they can get the M4s out. Famis's perhaps. Maybe 1 player on a 5-7 or a UMP. We'll see what they decide to go with. There it is. SK Gaming getting back into this now. After going down 9-1. Scoreline sits at 9-3. Brawl once again. Phelps, he's having a bit of a monster game so far, I think, but last few rounds, I think he's got 5 kills in total, at a very slow start. There's the frag charts for you right now.
Not many people positive, like no one positive on SK.
Well, we take a pause. It's round number 13 next, coming to the bookend of half number 1. All powerful Fallen once again, and after his amazing performance on Trey, he currently sits at 4 kills, 11 deaths, and that's sometimes the problem with T-side AWPing on Inferno. It's very difficult to have significant impact. As the CTs aren't giving you picks to work with there, mid-round it sort of drops off. It doesn't really have a place. That's why a lot of teams aren't really buying it that much on the T-side. It still comes out every now and then, but Fallen can't seem to find much success so far.
He's thrown back down Banana again, this time from the CTs. Smoke deep as well. So SK will have no control of Banana. Nothing and Shroud are going to play more aggressive toward Boiler, which is something we've not yet seen from Cloud9. They've been relying on crossfires either from Pit, the occasional arch push, but not this. We've not seen this aggression. And even though they had Banana, they went for the early rotation, they pushed Stewie back, and Automatic slow to rotate. SK is not going to strike. All due to the fact that Stewie at least had a smoke left over. Set play then toward A.
Indeed. Slowly but surely they get the mid control once again. That's been a calling card for Cloud9, allowing SK to have this area. To be fair, the way Shroud is playing that pit position, you can't really argue with them. The synergy on this part of the map seems to be very good indeed. Shroud once again by the broken wall, working with nothing this time. Skadoodle that watches towards Arch. The rifle's focusing on the side itself.
Flash in for nothing. Just gets around the box, goes back out, and it's Shroud to step up once more. Skadoodle this time hits the shot above, but he's certainly aware of it. As he finds 2 kills himself, nothing gets another, and you are not touching that pit. You are not touching the A site when Shroud is inside of it.
Absolutely right. 2 more kills for him. He's up to Phelps now. Surely has no say in this situation whatsoever. 10 rounds picked up for Cloud9 now. Double digits achieved. And once again, that passive hold. SK just don't seem to have an answer for it. Just as they get the right flashbangs in, it seems like they had to run away with the round and take down nothing. He just about survives long enough, playing off his teammate Shroud, who strikes at the perfect time there. Skadoodle comes over to join them. He watches the apartments. You can see why they keep running this setup. SK just can't seem to shut it down. I'd like to see a proper wall of smoke execution there. Surely that's the way to cut off the pit and stop that teamwork being so prevalent. Haven't really deployed any of that just yet. This slow, methodical takes a middle and then contact play towards towards quad, managing to try and find those first frags, but it has not been working out for them. Is this a full investment? It must be. Yeah, they're all in. Number 14, AK-47 Tech-9s. Always dangerous in these rounds, especially with all this utility. It's Phelps with the AK-47 for now. Could be a 12-3 half, the way this is playing out.
So he smokes himself into the corner, wants them to commit. Hoping they will as nothing heads back that direction. They will. They're going to find him on the way, though. Give him a gun. The AK can't win the duel against nothing, but it's followed up by a Tech-9. So 2 guns still in play. Comes towards CT. Automatic's the first to arrive, and Fur is holding Skadoodle at bay. Shroud is still just leaving the A site. So a good lurk play from Fur. He'll have the information that they've gone. He can hear them, but he won't be able to do anything of it. Bomb's just being planted.
I think that's a safe call, man.
I think so, because Automatic's starting to lead back over toward the A site. Fur, now the question is, does he find anyone or not? They don't have much money on their side, so I imagine he won't even bother.
SK once again finding success in this B side of the map once they're in and sunk their teeth into the bomb side. Seems like Cloud9 have no option but to save their weaponry. Money's running low at this point. They think they can't win this situation, and considering SK have picked up rifles as well, bomb down is probably the correct call. Skadoodle saves his AWP, and AK-47 for Shroud as well. 10-4 coming in, looking for 10-5. That would actually be a reasonable half for SK Gaming, considering they were 9-1 down. To move out to a 10-5 scoreline, that would be fine.
Certainly workable, but also, interestingly enough, be the 3rd time in 3 maps we've had a 10-5 half.
That's true. Absolutely. It was SK that recovered in the previous map. Cloud9 couldn't do the same on Cobblestone. Well.
Cold being vocal between rounds for SK.
You've got to be. Got to fire your teammates up. Get them ready for the most important round of the half. Can they make 10-5? 11-4 would be a fantastic showing for Cloud9. Players running back to upgrade their pistols. The final round. Get the Deagles out the 5.7s, but Fur, he denies the first frag once again. Takes the headshot on Skadoodle as well. That's the orb dropped. And makes that passive setup not viable anymore. They need to be watching Arch and the quad side as well. They split up and pull a player over from the B bomb side, leaving just Stewie 2K with the M4 on the B site.
One down early for Skadoodle. Crowd's picking up, and then when you stop talking, I leave time for them to jump
just
in.
to jump in and give their feedback.
They're figuring us out, Henry.
They've worked it out. Well, let's see if SK Gaming can work out this little situation they've got in their hands. 5-4 in their favor. The A side has eluded them, but this time Cloud9 looking significantly weaker in terms of can't have the orb towards Arch covering their backs. They have got Automatic very passively holding the Arch position, as you can see. The stopping players crossing over. At least can give intel, but if that gets smoked off, he's in a world of trouble there. 5 players towards middle. This will be the final commitment. Quad side has not worked out for them. I'd prefer to have seen them go towards Arch. They have a smoke remaining for that aforementioned position. Smoke isn't good from the CT side in that quad position, though. Automatic surely finds nothing out of this.
Good hold from Automatic. Back off. Can't get the shot. Like you say, it was difficult. Phelps takes nothing. It's Shroud in the open this time. They finally win Pit, and they take down Automatic. Bomb to be planted. Stewie versus 5. They're already hunting aggressively, so he'll get nowhere near the site. Might find Phelps who's low up. He looks the wrong way. That's covered off as well. SK do pull it back. A string of late momentum. 10-5 at the half.
Impressive showing from Cloud9.
I feel like most of the time when we lose, it's because we don't trust our instinct and our game plan. And I feel like lately, even though our game plan is not as good as we want it to be on every map, we're really trusting ourselves and just like putting it all out there on the digital battlefield, so to speak. So it's been a good feeling to have when we play. Big plays from Tim and Stu. Shroudy, like, Shroud's clutching all sorts of stuff. Tyler's hitting the op shots he needs. You know, it's funny because we like win rounds we shouldn't, lose rounds we shouldn't. We're a weird team. It's actually hilarious how that's the least nervous I've been in the whole tournament. I was actually outside the bathrooms at Overpass when I was running up there. I was laughing at myself in my head. I was thinking about how many people were watching, just laughing because I already knew he wasn't going to move from his spot. So I was laughing kind of like, if he doesn't turn around, I'm going to win this. If he doesn't turn around, I'm going to win this. And then he didn't turn around. My teammates, even when we had a team house, I always had my shirt off, walking around in my shorts. So it's just pure inspiration from the moment. It's just natural for me to win a big game, have a big round. I just ripped my shirt off. I thought it was funny. Of course, looking for this grand final. This is like, I could see how much passion from the crowd is going in there, and that alone is fueling me. Just super excited to put on a good show for everyone.
The first map we played super well on the first side, so we had a very huge lead.
Fur is so on point, and that's got to be so frightening. He continues it.
And it was difficult to play the second map too because FaZe doesn't play too often the cache, so we don't have too much to study on, and it was quite a new thing for us.
Taco's there as well. He wants in on the action. Oh, it's a massacre! SK!
I think Cloud9 is playing super well. They're on a very good moment right now. If they didn't expect us to win, I mean, they're not watching the recent tournaments. If they were watching it, they would expect us to be in the finals. Being honest, it's a dream coming true. When we left our homes in the United States this time to come here and compete, we had 4 tournaments to play. And of course, the goal is to win all 4 of them. But you even joke about it and you say, guys, let's win all of them. Then we go home. But at the beginning, it was kind of a joke. But right now, we won 2 already. We're going for the 3rd. We're on another finals. We're going to play Cloud9. And that's kind of a final. It's going to be a revenge finals because we lost for them in Brazil. They took everything from us in our home soil, and we're going to break them this time.
A good look at both teams, but it's 2 maps to SK and none for Cloud9. Again, they find themselves up 10-5, but this time they absolutely have to convert it. They failed to do so on Train. They go T side of Inferno.
They do indeed. The illustrious pistol coming in now. Here we go. Second half begins. 2-0 down, Cloud9 with another lead. Smoke, 1 flashbang, a few decoys to work with, no upgraded pistols, and of course 4 sets of armor. No defuse kit for SK Gaming. And in terms of the setup, Phelps and Taco looking towards middle. coldzera holding from the graveyard position as well. We have no banana control from the terrorist side, but Fallen, he's sneaking down. He's investigating, working out if there's any T players in the locked position, doesn't find anyone.
Automatic back down toward Boiler and then out the window, presumably, to join his teammates back in mid. Very forward stance from Fallen. Tantalizing crosshair setup as well for Fur and Phelps, but the problem is that it has to be successful from the off because Fur can get locked in so quickly at the cubby. Phelps has to pull the attention, and he strikes late. Smokes are heading that direction. That crosshair better work. Phelps smoked out of it. It may not, because he's got to rotate back to the arch. It's going to be Fur all on his own, and I have to say, for a loner, does well in this situation. Picks up 2 friends, if you want to call it that, as Fallen and Phelps strike back. It's all down to just nothing, and SK have won both pistols in this game.
Very dominant stuff there from the CT side. Battling towards that arch position, and they overlook this very important area of the map. Fer takes 2 frags. Fallen has already a banana as well. He found Stu. They wanted to do the banana split. It looked like they wanted to go through the arch itself towards CT spawn, but tunnel vision perhaps, they don't check that key position. There will be a force buy in response from Cloud9 here, but SK Gaming right back in this map now. 10-6 will be the scoreline. Deagles, Tech9s, PD50s to work with, and SK have always present this second round force buy with the CT side victory on the pistol. No rifles to work with here. An array of UMPs and 1 MP9 as well. I'm not a huge fan of it. Inferno, it makes more sense in other maps. Obviously lots of close range encounters available for you, especially when the teams finally commit towards the B side, for example, and then finally towards apartments, etc. But we'll see if this works out for them. Traditionally, you want to have at least 2 rifles. Oh, is that misthrown?
I'm not sure.
It fine.
It bounces back to cover quad. I think it lands actually dead on, so... No, it doesn't. Yeah, that is misthrown, yep. So it's got a massive gap. I was going to say, there's a much easier way to throw it that direction than bounce it off the narrow margin of the roof. You can just put it off the wall, so yeah, definitely misthrown. Fallen. He's down Stewie, Phelps his flash, but don't even look at it. You gotta follow that up. A flash is certainly not gonna deter anyone long enough. Automatic and Shroud do find kills, however, and they make it 3 versus 3. This Deagle kill, oh, is huge, but Cold gets 2 for the price of 1. And Shroud will go down.
Well, you're right, they flash that position, but don't check it once again. 2 rounds in a row. Luckily, there's only 1 this time. coldzera had to finish off the situation, though, as we do bring the scoreline to 10-7. This has to be the full eco now for Cloud9. Glocks, maybe PT50s. Objective, try and get the bomb down. You can try and rush Banana, perhaps wait for the initial nades to stick together, try and get a trade, see if it works out. But it's not a map like Train where you can go towards the B side and have a decent chance of planting. Getting towards B is a bit of a nuisance. Skadoodle getting slashed by his teammates. Nade to follow up as well, down to 64 HP. I hate to see that. But Fer getting aggressive now with that aforementioned MP9, trying to maybe push the smoke as well. We know he's an aggressive player. Sometimes can be his downfall.
Good shot, Stewie, to capitalize on the retreating Cold as he was caught out inside a boiler with nowhere to go. Taco does get 1 back immediately. For the bottom of Banana will do the same, and then the SMGs go to work to tear apart Stu in the stairs. We get within 2 rounds, but now we get to the gun round. This is where Cloud9 fell apart last time. They didn't win this gun, they lost all the momentum.
Fallen and coldzera, double up situation. Here's the replay, of course. It's not a big deal. It was a full eco, but still amusing, I guess. That double up situation, that classic combo, coldzera and Fallen. So deadly on paper. Can it arrive here on Inferno? Win this round, Cloud9, 10-9. Then have to be an eco. You'd assume this is going to be tied up. And at that point, that's when things get very scary, losing that 10-5 lead. This early on, we'll see what happens. Fallen boosted up a Banana to start. They will fall back though, leaving his teammate. Of course, Fer by himself, smoke to work with, and another in his back pocket as well. Skadoodle not giving any sort of challenge here, but apartments control obtained by Cloud9. Going towards Boiler here. Going to be face checking a couple of angles and seeing if they can get the first pick with the AKs here. Nothing to potentially have the first go as he flashes out.
Push in quick. Flash was there, you were right, but it doesn't really get more than 1. It's traded immediately back by Taco. Bomb's back out to work. Top of alt mid. Skadoodle has to go get it.
Yeah.
Down to 57 seconds. It's not the end of the world, but they give up any gain they were hoping to achieve in the opening entry. Stewie's hoping they'll get aggressive as well to retake the top of middle, but Phelps isn't going to move from the archway. Doesn't need to as well with Fer spotting down Banana. Jumping over the wall to see it as they back off. He'll re-smoke lower mid as well with 30 seconds. That smoke, a timer of 15 seconds. He can push even further down. That'll strengthen the A side, and he's looking to flank. Skadoodle's going to be watching for it, but the others already heading in through apartments. Tight entry point. Flash over from Skadoodle to aid their entry. Works to catch off the one in the site, but not the one in the pit, and Taco's the one they should have found first as he gets a double and Fallen closes the round.
Convincing stuff there by Taco especially, recovers the AWP. Only one player going down the CT side. We said if SK win this round, that presumably ties things up, as it has to be NiKo for Cloud9 now. And on the CT side, SK giving 10-10. You start leaning towards that 3-0 scoreline could be coming in overall for this grand final. Cloud9, Tech9's PT50s. And it seems like SK are very confident to leave Fer alone on that B bomb site. He pushes all the way down, uses the smoke to buy as much time as he possibly can, and once again challenging. He wants to take these duels at the very start. And Fallen's with him at the start. He's like, you know what? You seem very confident. I'm just going to fall back at this point. He goes towards the A side, Fallen leaving Banana in the capable hands of Fer.
Called it Graveyard. Taco with smoke to get himself into the corner at the apartments. It's another A-sided hit from Cloud9 on just the pistols. Fast could work. They've got another rotation back over. Fer's anchoring Banana on his own. Fast could work, especially if they can overwhelm the AWP on Fallen. Colds is there as well. It's got a good angle. It can peek. It can try and use the flash, but it's got headshots. He manages it again. Fallen, he finds two before Cold goes down. Double off won't be phased. And it's 10-10 SK. They're pulling it back again, just as they did on Train.
5 rounds in a row in the second half. Do we have a pause coming in at this point? It's a big moment for either side. For SK, after going 9-0 or 9-1 down, to pull it back to 10-10, quite the achievement. Orb comes out for Skadoodle, no pause is called, but you can see that crossfire setup working very nicely indeed. That's why the double orbs can be so deadly. And Orb are well positioned in an area like Graveyard, ducking and weaving. Very deadly. Fallen boosted up once again. Actually leg shots Skadoodle as well. He knows it, trying to wallbang and get the follow-up. Not hitting any more shots, but Skadoodle does. He takes down Fer. Like we said, known to be a very aggressive player, this time punished for it.
Phelps is getting ever closer to spotting the shoulder of Stewie. Gets it back and gets away. Smoke still down. He's able to escape. Scott's got to be so careful. Even a nade. One tick of a Molotov, anything. He's gone, and he's locked inside of a smoke. They're going to push. Phelps is going to get him easily. They've turned the round completely from a man down to 2 men up.
Absolutely. Well, Shroud was very good on the pit on the CT side. Can he replicate that form here in the 4 versus 2, trying to find this pick? Focus on it. The bomb's still down at T-spawn. They need to start finding some frags here. He edges out, taken down by coldzera. Just didn't have the angle to work with there. An automatic, he certainly does. Gets the headshot on Taco there, but still a lot of work to do. Bomb will be overwhelmed at the T-steps. Unless he nails this shot, not going to have a chance here. Fallen repositions to a very intelligent place on the map, and T-steps is the automatic, meets his maker. 11-10, after going 9-1 down, we found it. SK Gaming with the lead on the CT side, arguably the easier side, if you want to call it that, more favored side. And Tech9s and Deagles once again for Cloud9. It can't be the clean sweep once again. We saw this on Train after going up 10-5.
Pistols to try and achieve it. You're right. It's even worse in some ways. As you mentioned, it was 9-1 this time around.
Yeah.
Stewie sets to throw a flash high that could force Fer back. Bombs down at the top of alt mid, so it's all about trying to push the CTs out of position, find a pick if they can. Armor on 3 players for Cloud9. Stewie is one of them. He inches closer, and that takes down Fallen. He's got a spray against Fer. Aim's not there. Stewie's overwhelmed them. AWP that he's picked up, and again, he's got armor, so aim punch not a factor. He's got the lineup towards CT, but looks away at exactly the wrong time. Nearly costs him his life. He's down to 13. Molotov will go in to try and lock him on to Orange's one, but it won't extend to his position, so he has to watch off around Ruins. A boost instead for Phelps. That's going to be caught out. Good find from Cloud9. A little bit of luck, I have to say, on the entry from missed shots, but they've taken full advantage of it. And already they're trying to back away, and then backing away, they'll find Shroud. They do take him down, no kill, but it will confirm that they're out of the round, and Cloud9 will tie it back at 11-11.
Exciting performance there from Stewie TK. Walking into that beating side, helps himself to 2 kills with the Tech9. Definitely some missed shots going on there, but could have fallen apart at that point as well. But what I like from Cloud9 was the discipline. They weren't rushing to get the bomb down. They're waiting for the CT reaction there. They could feel the boost coming in towards that ledge from CT spawn. Wait for that, nothing nails the shot. Bomb goes down, and they send the CTs packing here. 2 will survive for the looks of things. coldzera with the AWP. Taco saving the AK-47. So around where Cloud9 just had Tech9s. Nothing else really to speak of. That's how they find their first round here in the second half. Brings the scoreline into 6-1. We'll have more than enough cash to buy next round. Actually boost their economy significantly with 3 players surviving with an AWP, AKs, M4s as well on essentially an eco round. It's great work by Stewie. First 2 frags, and then he knows the site's going to be open. Pick up the AWP, smoke CT spawn. And there it is, 11-11. We've made it. Tying things up once again. Reset potential not that deadly for Cloud9 at this point, considering they did win with the pistols. Skadoodle with the AWP this time, trying to open things up. A bit more assertive at the start, trying to find the first pick.
Automatic's going back to mid cold. If he peeks it right now with the AWP, could find a kill for SK. He's not around the corner all the way just yet. Don't back off, thankfully, for Automatic. As the Molotov gets Skadoodle and locked him into the tree. Couldn't extinguish it, couldn't get away. And it was going to get Stewie with the same.
Oh,
in fact,
no!
Summit, buddy, how you doing? Stewie says hello. He goes down at the top of Banana. Gets a kill before perishing, but it's still not enough as they sit a man down to SK. Automatic goes back for the bomb, nothing, and Shroud are still over toward the A side of the map.
Luckily, he still traded the frag before going down to his own Molotov. 4-on-3 though, in favor of SK Gaming. It's not the prettiest CS being played at the moment, but still a chance of the round for Cloud9. AWP in the hands of Automatic this time after Skadoodle got burnt alive. The hold for the corner, hoping Fallen will get aggressive here. He actually is doing so, and there's the frag. There's an opening, something to work with here now. Phelps on the other side waiting for them, can't land the spray, nothing takes him down. Could be 2 rounds in a row for Cloud9 here.
Smoke off on CT. And Cold already back toward the A site with Taco. It will be 2 rounds in a row for Cloud9. Economics, not great. It's SK that's down to triple digits. 49.50 for Cold, who's going to save a gun. 33 for Taco. They're going to pick up a second round loss bonus. They could distribute the wealth, but it's going to be very fragile. And then if they lose on a force buy, Cloud9 would be up to 13 rounds at that point in time, potentially. So it's a very hard decision for SK in the next round.
I think the fact they've saved these 2 weapons with 5K and Cold Zero as well, he could drop 2 Famouses, right? They'll definitely be buying. Same story for Taco as well, could certainly drop even an M4. So, correct decision made. Cloud9 managed to have another intelligent round there. We'll take a pause, of course, for SK just to work out, cool, how do we distribute the welfare accordingly? Cold Zero could even drop 2 M4s if he wanted to. Here was the initial, I guess, Molotov party going on, running through all the flames. Look how much fire is on the floor.
4 Molotovs, I think, in total went down on Banana to start off the rounds.
They win the round, and he got the trade, so regardless of him going down to his own Molotov, it was worth it.
Still says hello to Summit.
He still says hello. Send him a postcard.
So no doubt a tactical timeout is the right call from SK for all the reasons we just talked about, and I can see it. It's the double op again. They're going to bring it out and leave Taco with just a Deagle to work with, so relying on the AWPs as they have. That is trippy.
Yeah, that hurt my brain.
I'm dizzy.
Yep.
How's Yanko doing today?
Well, here we go then. Cloud9 with 2 rounds in a row. Take the lead once more. Fallen boosted up towards Banana, taking nade damage.
Ooh.
But hitting the shot, of course, takes down Stewie. 5-on-4. SK Gaming did buy up this round. The double AWP set up once again, of course.
Nade residue nearly disguised the first jumping player.
Yes, right.
In fact, it did, and then Fallen still found a kill.
We had a little boost as well. We've got Fur in a very interesting position, meaning he can actually avoid flashbangs, Molotovs as well, and his teammate can bait him in. It's a really nice place to get 1 or 2 frags, chuck it in once a half. Can cause a complete nuisance. 5-on-4 once again. Fallen in an open position. If he misses his first shot, probably going down. Very exposed.
Wide open and flashed off, just gets back in the sight. Second longer. Skadoodle and Automatic would have pounced. Phelps has gone for an early rotation back to B this time. Smoke down at CT. He's going to consider perhaps even going through ruins to get closer.
Well, 50 seconds remaining, I would say. Banana execute very likely at this point. They don't have map control anywhere else. Time ticking away. Skadoodle setting up for what I think was the Molotov towards new box, but that won't hit because we said the boost is there as well. They're falling back. They've made a different call here.
They don't have a lot of time to think about this. 35 seconds. Okay, so they're setting up. So all they were trying to do is line up the smokes for entrance.
Here, there's the Molotov afterwards.
Phelps is going to rotate back, and he's got smoke in front of him at Coffins as well. Does he want to get inside of it or not? Because he's flashed, but Fallen Still, it's a close one. Skadoodle follows up with a better one. Phelps out immediately after finding just a single kill on entry. It puts a 2 versus 2 in the post plant with the bomb down and Cold and Taco just rotating over through CT. It's a lot of time to set up, but they have no idea they're that far away, so nothing stays close to the Ruin position. Shroud refuses to peek. If they walk in and take over water, they could isolate nothing back toward Ruins, and Shroud would have to peek and control the situation rather than wait until the defuse. And nothing's hesitant because he doesn't want to go too soon, but he can hear Taco coming, which means he gets the jump on him. Now Cloud9 controls it all. Especially with Cold on an AWP, misses the shot, that should be enough. Absolutely enough, he gets desperate to fire another, and a third won't land. All desperation, and it's nothing that wins it. Now this puts a strain, we mentioned it, on SK.
Certainly does. You can see Fallen knows it as well. Big round from nothing, 4 kills in total for him. The initial shot as well, that was a 5-on-4. And we thought that boost would be perfect. You can see the Molotovs beneath Fur at that point. That's what it's designed to do. That's what a boost avoids. It means they won't be checking that position, presumably. But Skadoodle, he hits the key shot, denies him finding any frags at that point. And we have a full eco pretty much for SK Gaming here. CZs, PD50 Desert Eagles, Cold Zero with head armor. First shot for automatic, what a nice one it is as well. Takes down Phelps.
Molotov. No one peeking. Stewie's able to make his way into the cubby at Banana. WP does spot Fallen, but doesn't land. I'm still at mid for automatic to pick up anytime he likes. He jumps into Boiler. As Fallen goes down to Skadoodle, good opening shot to give them more room at Banana. Bomb could go back that way. I was going to say, if nothing went into Boiler and committed before that kill came in, Cold was set and ready for him, but they find Taco pushing in as well. Cold's taken out. They know Fur's the last alive and he was in B, so this will be a rotation back to a clean bomb site.